Ducati 100, a century made of seconds.
Yes guys, look at this. Little old Hypermotard King has made it all the way over to EICMA. We are at the Ducati stands. You can see all these amazing bikes, all the Ducati stands. But I'm only here for one thing really, and that is to see if I can actually spot a Hypermotard. But not any old Hypermotard, not the 698. It's this one over here. Well, one of these, because there seems to be a lot under the covers. Look, there's loads. I think it is this one here. I think this little sneak peek with the white wheels is the SP, and I think this is the new Hyper. So I'm gonna get here about 7 PM, try and get somewhere around here, and let's see the reveal. But while we're waiting, I'm just gonna have a little walk around because this is absolutely fucking bonkers.
Let's start to see some proper new bikes, completely brand new bikes. If you think about fun and adrenaline, there is just one bike that delivers both of them at the first sight.
It's your bike. Yes. Finally.
We unveiled, we presented the first prototype of this bike 20 years ago, here at EICMA show. It was just a prototype, but I'm pretty sure that you remember it. Yes. It was the Hypermotard V2. But I'm also pretty sure that you also remember the famous trick made by Ruben Xaus. And Ruben is with us. So please, Ruben, join me on the stage.
Okay, sir.
Welcome. 20 years of sliding.
Time running very fast.
But Ruben, how did you do that? Why? What happened?
I was inside the family Ducati, and every time we should promote new products, I was always called to be part of these products. I was doing a lot of supermoto at that time, and that event was in Morris. I remember a very fast track.
I was there as a journalist at the time.
Long straight, 220 kilometers per hour, and I must be there 3 days. Lap one, I said, oof, that's going to be very boring, supporting and holding journalists like you. So, since lap one, I said, let's go fun. And we started doing those slides, 50, 60 meters away, and we ended at the end, after 3 days, doing thumbs up, figures, and it came out very nicely.
Guys, I'm pretty sure you remember this picture. This picture became viral before the social media. So it was amazing, it was amazing. You also had the chance to ride the new Hypermotard V2. What do you think about it?
The new one is more hyper than ever.
Really? So I think it's time to see the bike in action.
Get in.
So, I try my famous trick.
Come
Come on, let's go and show it to me.
Gets in!
So after 20 years of sliding, fun and adrenaline, Ruben hand over the famous trick to Kevin. So Kevin Vandi, please join me on the stage. For those who doesn't know Kevin is a professional supermoto rider, multi-time European champion. He was also in our video in the Hypermotard 6 mono, and this time he rode the new V2. So, Kevin, how is the new Hypermotard V2?
Fun, very special bike, so incredible bike.
Do you think that this bike is more hyper than ever?
Yeah. It's a fantastic bike.
So, I think that, ladies and gentlemen, do you want to see the bike?
Yes!
Both of them?
Yes!
So, Ruben, please, ladies and gentlemen, welcome the new Hypermotard V2. And Kevin, please, unveil the bike for us. So please, ladies and gentlemen, welcome the new Hypermotard V2SP.
Gets in! God, that looks wicked.
Thank you guys. These two amazing riders will be with us this evening. So you will have the chance to... I was a big fan of him. So, guys, thank you very much. See you later. So they both said that the new Hyper is more hyper than ever. Why? Because it's lighter, more powerful, more compact, and more sophisticated. After 20 years, this is the fourth generation of this bike. And to design this amazing motorcycle, our designers took inspiration from the very first one, so the 1100. And you can recognize the two bikes are very similar, starting from the front of the bike, with the beak and the headlight, the tank cover, the rear spring, of course, the two exhausts under the seat, and the rear lights. If you look at the bike, for those who can see the bike, then you can see closer, of course, you can see that this bike is very compact, very narrow, thin. This is possible because we use the unique chassis architecture made by the monocoque, the monoscocca frame, that uses the engine as a stress part for the chassis. Engine that, by the way, is the new Ducati V2, that is the lightest V2 engine ever made by us, by Ducati. And talking about lightness, the new Panigale V2 is 13 kilos lighter than the previous bike. Instead, the SP is 14 kilos lighter than the previous generation of the Hypermotard SP. Ladies and gentlemen, can you imagine the effect in the behavior of the bike with this reduction of weight? I can tell you because I also test the bike. It's huge. It's amazing. These are really more hyper than ever. And they are more hyper than ever also because they use the V2 engine in the 120 horsepower configuration, so the most performance. These Hypermotard are the most performing with the highest level of horsepower ever made by Ducati. The new engine is perfect for the Hypermotard because it's very strong torque curve that delivers already, starting from 3000 RPM, the 70% of the torque. Of course, the bike is available in the 35 kilowatts version. But if 120 horsepower are not enough, mounting the racing exhaust
How much?
on
124?
the full racing exhaust, you raise the power, you raise the torque, you reduce the weight.
Faster than the
and
Street
you make
Fighter.
this hypermotard again more hyper than ever.
Wow.
Talking about the chassis, which are the differences? Of course, the bike are different not only for the livery. The Hypermotard V2 is equipped with Kayava fork, suspension and rear shock. Brembo treat 320mm disc together with the M432 calipers and casted wheels. Instead, the Hypermotard SP has front fork and rear shock made by
50,
Ollies.
yeah.
Both bikes are equipped with standard equipment with the steering damper made by Saks. This brakes the same, 320, but the SP has the M50 calipers by Brembo. Last but not least, but to tell the truth, very important, the new Hypermotard V2SP is equipped with forged wheels that reduce the weight again, more or less 1.5 kilos, and make the Hyper more hyper than ever. For the first time since we launched the SP version, the two bikes has the same seat height. And very important, we have a big reduction in the inner leg. Tomorrow when the bike will be displayed on the ground, you can jump on the bike and see, because now you can put both feet on the ground pretty easily.
Finally.
Compared to the previous generation.
Thank God for small people.
Of course, the new Hypermotard comes with a brand new full TFT dashboard, 5 inches, that has 3 different views on the track. One, you replicate what you see when you are on the Panigale before. For example, when you are riding, you can change the level of the controls, and when the controls are working, they switch on, exactly as on the Panigale before. Then we have a completely full suite of rider assist control. 4 reading modes, 3 power modes, 4 level, first time in the Hyper, for the ABS, traction control, wheelie control, everything you need to enjoy and ride safely, both on the road and on the racetrack. And of course, for these two bikes, we develop a long list of Ducati performance accessories. So, what to say? Welcome to the new Hypermotard family, the V2 family, more hyper than ever.
Oh man, check that out. That looks fucking sick. So we got an Olin shock on the back, SP livery, 50 calipers, forged wheels. Looks like there's a steering damper underneath. Oh man, this looks absolutely awesome. I can't wait for this. This looks sick, man. I'm gonna do a tiny bit of filming. Look at everyone just trying to get involved, man. I like the gold forks. You've got the exhaust that goes underneath. Integrated indicators, lights. The forged wheels, I keep mentioning that. Undertail exhaust. So this one's got termies on it. 150, 120 and 125 horsepower, man. There's different versions of it all. All you're going to keep hearing is Motard V2 everywhere, man. Looks awesome. I didn't think I would like the white and red livery, but the white wheels, I'm not too sure, but it does look okay. It does look okay, man. It looks better in the videos, but actually, well, looks like I'm going to have to get the order in it and see what happens. What do you think, guys? What do you think? I ain't going to lie, lads. I think the red one looks well cool. I think the colours look nice. I like the red fender as well. Looks cool, man. I reckon that looks, I like that. Definitely looks good in red. The cast wheels, and this has got the normal M4 calipers. Still got the same undertail exhaust and the trellis on the back. Yeah, man. Double-sided swing arm, which with the big hole taken out of it, so it does look good, man. Obviously, you guys can see all the specs and everything that you're going to see online, but this is just a quick one for me to get down here, innit?